What's up, YouTube? Here we go. We got another one and another one. Top of the morning to y'all. Like and subscribe. Man, y'all know I had to run one on this, man. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. You get your chances, you get your blessings, and sometimes, we can block blessings too. So at the same time, man, I wish everybody luck in their situation. I don't condone what happened. If it happened, it's wrong. You know what I mean? You reap what you sow, and what goes around will come back around to you. That's just how the universe is all played out. That's how things just played out, man. Like and subscribe. Let's get it.
Another twist just released in the double murder trial involving South Florida rapper YNW Melly. Melly's co-defendant YNW Bortlan was booked into a Miami jail Monday night and is being held behind bars on an out-of-county warrant. We just confirmed the warrant is out of Broward County for witness tampering. The warrant obtained by Law and Crime Network states as follows. On or about April 10, 2023, continuing through and including July 22, 2023, Cortland Henry, a.k.a. Bortlan, along with others, did unlawfully and knowingly engage in misleading conduct toward another person with the intent to cause or induce them to withhold testimony. The warrant continues the alleged witness had been summoned by the legal process to the jury trial of Jamel Demons, a.k.a. YNW Melly. The dates in the warrant are important. Jury selection for Melly started in mid-April, and a judge declared a mistrial on July 22nd, the same day the warrant claims Bortlan allegedly tampered with the witness. Unlike Melly, Bortlan has not been in jail since he was originally charged for the double murder of his two best friends, YNW Juvie and YNW Sack Chaser. Due to COVID and jail overcrowding, Bortlan was conditioned to house arrest and was required to wear an ankle monitoring device. According to court records earlier this year, Bortlan moved to a new address that was approved by the court. However, details of where and exactly when are sealed. In March, a judge altered the conditions of his release, allowing him to go to church for 2 hours each week, stating otherwise he must remain at his house at all times. His attorney requested another hearing to change his conditions again, but a judge denied that request in June. Last week, YNW Bortlan released a music video called Our Year, in which he mentions Melly, rapping, quote, "Melly will be out this year, now that's perfect timing." Though facing identical charges, Bortlan and Henry's trials were severed after prosecutors said they would be seeking the death penalty against Melly, while Bortlan faces life in prison. During Melly's first trial, prosecutors presented evidence to a jury that they believed proved Melly shot and killed Juvie and Sack Chaser inside a car, and Bortlan was the driver. Surveillance footage showed all four leaving the studio together one early morning in October 2018. Hours later, Bortlan drove to the Miami area hospital claiming he was just in a drive-by shooting. Juvie and Sack Chaser were already dead inside the car. Investigators would later piece together a double homicide puzzle they believed was built on a lie, testifying in court that the evidence in the case pointed to the deadly shots being fired inside the car and that there was no evidence of a drive-by shooting. Jury selection for YNW Melly's next trial is scheduled to begin next week on October 9th. The state hopes to have a jury seated by the first week of November. YNW Bortlan's trial was supposed to start this fall, but the judge pushed it back to January 2024. Bortlan will most likely be transferred from Miami-Dade County to Broward County in the next few days for his first appearance in front of a judge. We'll make sure to keep you updated once we learn more. For Law and Crime Network, I'm Elizabeth Milner.
So, check this out. Like I said, man, like, they just move. You got to move right when you're trying to do shit. When you know you're wrong, you got to continue to try. It's a strategic. It's a way you got to move, man. The word I'm looking for is it's just a way you got to move, man. And this right here, man, you got caught with your hands in the cookie jar, man. So, check this out.
Rapper YNW Melly is accused of witness tampering now, just as he's about to be retried for murder. Local 10's Ian Margot with more.
These charges are being added on to the ones these three men were already facing. And investigators say they worked together to dissuade at least one witness from cooperating.
Jamel Demons.
Rapper YNW Melly facing even more trouble this week, now accused of tampering with a witness in his double murder case. Melly, whose real name is Jamel Demons, is already in custody, but new allegations say he developed a, quote, sophisticated system to communicate with individuals outside of the Broward County Jail, including his co-defendant, Cortland Henry.
Cortland Henry, come on up.
Cortland Henry, According to court documents, Melly, who does not get phone privileges while in custody, recruited another inmate named Terrence Mathis to help him talk to Henry. They also say Henry, who is on house arrest waiting for his own murder trial, allegedly delivered messages for Melly more than 100 times in the last year. Investigators say Demmons would write notes and have them passed to Mathis, who would then call Henry and pass along Melly's instructions. During one of those calls, a detective heard Mathis giving directions to Henry to keep Rihanna away from court and said Henry was clearly uncomfortable with getting those directions on a recorded call. Rihanna, investigators say, is a code name for Melly's former girlfriend, Mariah Hamilton, who has not been cooperative with the state's investigation so far. This charge they are now facing is tampering with a witness in a capital case, which by itself also carries a potential sentence of life in prison. In Fort Lauderdale, I'm Ian Margol, Local 10 News.
Rapper YNW Melly.
So now what kinds of fuck it up now for Melly and Cortland is, I don't know what Terrence was in there, Mr. Matthews was in there for, but I do know that he's going to be looking at it life in prison. If I just to do, so he's charged with tampering with this too. So this is where the catch is, the 22 is at. Now you added on another co-defendant. You two are already facing life or the death penalty. So really, I just think that, the prosecutors, they get slimy. So I'm pretty sure they're going to try to eventually take Melly off the death penalty and just try these motherfuckers together because they're making so many mistakes. But I do know for sure Mr. Matthews ain't going down with him. He ain't promised no money. That court that might be promised. It's just a whole lot of shenanigans now in the circus, man. So y'all tell me what y'all think, man. I might got another clip for y'all to check out because, we got to kind of unpackage this shit because this shit just is getting weirder and weirder, man. Weirder and weirder. So I said weirder and weirder. Like and subscribe. You know how I say, man. Talk to me, man. You know I'm going to talk back. Fuck with me, man. Check this out.
I believe, based on your body language, with your arms crossed and a scowl on your face, looking at us like we did something wrong, should be much more.
This is really serious.
This is so serious. Why do you think we're all here?
Bombshell allegations in a Florida courtroom on Friday, as lawyers for South Florida rapper YNW Melly allege Broward County prosecutors committed a felony themselves in the rapper's double murder case.
You indicated here that counsel for the defendant believes that there is probable cause that the witnesses under subpoena, the members of the state attorney's office, the elected state attorney, to have committed obstruction of justice and attempted witness tampering and felony pursuant to FS 838.022 for misuse of public office due to their actions since October of 2020.
That's what it says.
That's right. Very serious allegation.
Very serious allegation. Very serious.
A 10-page motion filed by the defense on September 26 says the state had possession of evidence that would have impeached the credibility of a lead investigator in the case, Detective Mark Moretti. The motion goes on to say the state should have presented the evidence to the defense prior to the trial.
Maybe they should get their own lawyer. Maybe they should take the fit. But we need to ferret it out.
But before the court could figure it out, Judge John Murphy, the same judge from Melly's first trial, demanded lead prosecutor Christine Bradley be at the hearing because so many of the defense's claims center around her.
Typically, what I do when I have a brain or some issue about it, the prosecutor who's involved in it tells me, she comes in here, she's got an obligation of candor to the court, and I ask her a question and she advises me as to what's going on and why there's a change, why something like that. But she's not here. This is her case. We spent 2-3 months trying the case originally. It came to a hung jury, but she's not here for this. I don't understand that.
Bradley is eventually brought into the courtroom to testify, but not before the judge hears from the woman, Assistant State Attorney Michelle Boudreaux, who waved the flag reporting concerns about Detective Moretti's credibility.
Detective Moretti said to Deputy Morell, "You need to say you were here when I served that search warrant." And it was kind of like an awkward moment. Someone described it just kind of getting punched twice in the head. So there's a search warrant that gets served. And I'm like, what's going on? And then the next thing, he's asking this deputy to lie for him. And again, I'm like, this isn't like, I'm in the twilight, so I'm like, this can't really be happening.
Here's where the allegations start. In October 2022, Detective Moretti met with Jamie King, YNW Melly's mother. Investigators were trying to determine whether or not she was involved in witness tampering before Melly's case went to trial. Boudros was there.
Miss King reached into her purse, and she was fumbling with her phone.
Did you know what she was doing?
You know, it's a phone, so she has this phone. It's, you know, I couldn't tell you what type of phone she had. She was pressing buttons on it, and Detective Moretti was saying over and over again, "Don't turn off that phone. Don't turn off that phone." I knew she was doing something on her phone. I just couldn't swear to exactly what it was that she was doing on the phone. It looked like she was turning off her phone, or sending a message, or doing something on it. I just couldn't tell. There was a scuffle going on.
Okay, and what did Detective Moretti?
Detective Moretti physically took the phone from her.
Boudros testified that after Jamie King and her attorney left the conference room, Boudros says she later overheard Detective Moretti showing a willingness to lie about the phone seizure.
Do you say anything to Moretti?
No, I don't say anything to Moretti. I leave the room. I'm done with the statement. As far as I'm concerned, I'm done investigating this case.
Why?
Because I don't work with detectives that solicit lies.
Boudros says she notified Christine Bradley about Detective Moretti's remarks right after they happened and learned Bradley called an internal affairs investigation into Detective Moretti, who claimed he was joking. Christine Bradley testified next and gave her own account of what happened.
That Brady notice that I just showed you, you're saying that there are incorrect statements of fact.
That is correct.
And the incorrect statement is that you were not told by Moretti that he was joking.
That is correct. The indication has always been, and if it was inartfully conveyed in some point, the indication has always been that Deputy Gorell responded in a very flippant manner when asked about showing up.
Flippant manner
To Detective Moretti.
Does he say that in this report, Gorell?
I don't believe so.
Okay. So the flippant matter came from Moretti, and somehow you communicated that Moretti said it was a joke. Is that what we're putting together?
I did not say that Moretti said that he had made a joke in any way, shape, or form.
So you've never made the statement that Moretti said he was joking?
My statement was, at all times, and if it was ever not clear or misinterpreted by whoever was listening to it, was that Deputy Gorell made the statement that was of a flippant nature.
Judge Murphy decided the allegations presented in court Friday were sustainable enough to call another hearing where the defense plans to call Prosecutor Bradley back to the stand, Detective Moretti, and the district's top state attorney, Prosecutor Harold Pryor. Jury selection for Melly's retrial will not begin on Monday, October 9th, like originally scheduled. Instead, next week, the judge said they will argue the state's motion to quash defense subpoenas of several prosecutors, including the elected state attorney. The defense motion to dismiss the case altogether will be heard next Friday on October 13th. If the case does move forward, then they will argue several outstanding motions the following week. Reporting for Law and Crime Network, I'm Elizabeth Milner.
Your Honor.
Yeah, so that's going to be tricky right there. We most definitely going to debrief on that right there. So we're going to follow that right there on the 13th of October. So be looking forward to a new video from me. And, it is one more that I kind of wanted to put out there because the detective already got investigated and it was nothing, no foul play on his end. So that's the little third part. So I'm just going to tell you that they investigated everything he said, and then Internal Affairs came back and said he did nothing wrong. So knowing that, it's going to seem like the judge is going to hear it. She might have to get off the case because she has a fixation about something about this case, and she don't want to let go of the death penalty. She's too attached to it, so I think they're going to let her off in order to let somebody else come in and get a new feel of everything because she done did so much. That I just feel like, the judge, my opinion, is going to recuse her and give her, they got somebody else. Broward County going to have to come with somebody else. So Y'all look forward to that next video I got coming. You know, them shorts is going up, man. Fuck with it, man. It's going up on them shorts, y'all. So like and subscribe, man, and fuck with your boy, man. Live content coming soon. Peace out. You know how I said, peace.